box office buddies. You know how it works. I always see a new movie with a different friend. This week, my buddy is Luca.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, so Luca wanted to review a movie with me.
Yeah.
And I asked him, well, what would you be interested in seeing? I gave him a list of things coming up, and he got really excited.
For First Man.
There you go.
Sorry for cutting you off.
Exactly. You were excited about seeing this one, so I said, hey, let's do it.
Yes!
And why were you so excited about seeing it?
I mean, I really like history, and also the history of Apollo is really interesting to me.
So yeah, you were excited about it?
Very excited.
Did it live up to your expectations? Was it what you were hoping it would be?
Sort of. Because there
Okay.
were some points in the movie that was really what it was, but some points that were like over dramatical, I must say.
So, okay, you thought there was maybe a bit too much drama?
Yeah, and also there were actually some scenes in the movie that were completely off of the historical events.
Okay, not completely accurate.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then they also cut out some really, really important scenes. Like, for example, the part when Neil Armstrong plants the flag. Well, they cut that out. They just showed the part where you just see the flag and then you see the lunar module just leave, which I thought was pretty sad because that's what just made the U.S. known for what they have accomplished on this earth.
Okay. Yeah, you talk about cutting things out. I actually thought it was really interesting how at the end how much they did cut out of the whole lunar experience, right?
That's totally
getting back
exactly.
to Earth. We know nothing about them.
Yeah, I
getting
know.
back. Overall, would you say this was good?
I'd say I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. I'm going to agree that this wasn't great. I'm picky.
Welcome to the club.
And it was a good movie. I appreciated what it was. But yeah, it wasn't. For me, it didn't live up to the hype of people saying this is the best movie of the year. And honestly, I thought it was sloppily made in terms of the direction.
Mm.
This was directed by Damien Chazelle, who I think he's very good. He directed one of my favorite movies, Whiplash. And then more recently, he collaborated again with Ryan Gosling and did La La Land, which won the Oscar and everything.
Wrong! Moonlight won the Oscars.
But yeah, so you've got all these shots. A lot of it is shaky cam, like close-up shaky cam. I'm really not into that.
Me neither.
I can't stand that style. I think it was intentional, trying to make you feel like you're part of the... you're in the cockpit with them and things like that. Mm. But it just, for me personally, I find that stuff really annoying. I don't like the shaky cam. And then I thought there were a lot of shots that were out of focus.
That's true. That's very true. But also, the shaky cams, they also made it super over dramatic.
Yeah, it was like excessive. It was definitely too much.
A little too much.
Here's the thing too with historical dramas. They're not my favorite style of movie because obviously they're as predictable as you can get, right?
That's
you know
true.
What's going to happen. So if I'm watching a historical drama, I need something new. I need some new information.
Yeah.
I don't feel like this gave me that much of it.
That's true.
It was really focused on Ryan Gosling's portrayal of Neil Armstrong,
True.
Which he did a great job. I think his performance was excellent.
He was awesome at being Neil Armstrong, but you didn't get the other actors as being them, except the wife as being
Claire
technically...
Foy. She was good too.
I mean, she was good as being her as the wife of Neil Armstrong. But that's pretty much it. I mean, they didn't add anything else.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like what you're saying exactly. I feel like there wasn't... I didn't get much out of this in terms of, I know it was focused on who Neil Armstrong was as a person more than the actual Apollo mission. But yeah, I found it a little disappointing, I guess.
Yeah.
In terms of the overall
I predicted it gets a lot of awards, but from now, I just feel it's like, stop.
I think Ryan Gosling deserves an Oscar nomination.
Like, yes, he does, but I mean, the movie doesn't really deserve it that much.
No,
Because-
even if you think of other space movies,
Yeah.
I thought Gravity had much more impressive visuals and special
Yeah.
effects than this did. Yeah, I think people who like this kind of movie will appreciate it. It is
Yeah.
very long though. It's close to
12
two and a half
hours
hours.
and a half.
Yeah, it's but yeah, it's typical of a historical drama. So if you're a fan of that, I don't think this is the best I've ever seen, but it's all right.
I mean, during the movie, I just felt like zapping through and like, okay, this is uninteresting. Next.
Right, yeah, there is a lot of character focus, and it doesn't really add much to
That's true.
the experience.
That's true.
All right, well, if we're going to rate this on a scale of Marvel to Matrix, Marvel being completely horrid and Matrix being the greatest, on a scale of Marvel to Matrix, I'd give this like a Lincoln. I think it's similar to Lincoln, Steven Spielberg's movie with starring Daniel Day-Lewis. It was the same thing. I went into it, I had high expectations, there was a lot of hype around it. I left a little underwhelmed. What would you give this?
I'd go with Gravity because when
Okay.
I went there, I had super high expectations. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this. This is going to be great. When I go, I'm like, ugh, worst time of my life.
Oh, really? That bad, huh?
Pretty much. But I mean, the movie wasn't as bad as Gravity. But I mean, the visuals were awesome. But the First Man was better than Gravity. But on the ratings, I'd just go with that.
Okay, cool. Well, it was fun having you along for this.
Thanks.
And yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit subscribe, hit the bell next to it, and like the video.
Hit notifications. Do all the time. You'll be notified when there's new videos coming out. And thanks for watching.
Yeah. Like this video, share it around, and we'll be seeing you soon.